my first reaction to being alone was, oh my gosh, the conflict's not here.
Right.
Okay. But the downside was, I'm in this 2,200 square foot house, no wife, no kids, no friends, and I have 2,200 square feet of floor space, and she took the vacuum cleaner. No, but seriously, this is how, because once that hub is broken,
Right.
the pieces of it tend to fly off in every direction.
It's interesting because I was in a client's home last night, and that's one of the things he said to me is he said, oh, you want to come in and walk through my half-empty house because all the, remnants of the other party having moved out were, all there. And I looked at him and I said, yeah, but it's really peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I mean, you have to try to start reframing things into that positive viewpoint. The problem is the loneliness is a result of, your primary relationship used to be this marriage, and it's when it pulls apart, it leaves this jagged edge.
That's true. In some ways, loneliness is your enemy.
Right. Well, especially in a divorce. I mean, I tell people this, they come in and they're struggling and they're lonesome and they're, and this, we talked about my support group. I have a support group on Tuesday evening, 6 to 7:30 p.m. If you're local in San Diego County or Orange County or anywhere where you can come in for that. If you're not, you could email me at divorceuniversityonline.com. I could make arrangements for you to video in for it if you're far away. But that's the idea of the support group is, we need people to come around us and support us and help us. And what happens in that support group, I love it because people form friendships. Right. And then they have
in one case romance.
I don't know about that. That's a long way off, but we'll see. But Thomas and I occasionally have visions of who should be together and who we should match make. But it kind of gives you other people to reach out to that are at that same stage going through the same thing, and so it helps you to have that support. And the days that you wake up that you're like, I don't feel like doing anything except crawling up in this bed and maybe turning on Friends reruns and eating a container of ice cream, that's the day that you need to get your ass out and do something. And I am here to put my foot in it if you need me to, because
I'll be darned if I'm going to sit here and let you bash ice cream.
Because eat the ice cream but then go out.
Yeah, there you go. Burn it off.
Yeah, I mean, because what we tend to do is we sink into that pit of feeling sorry for ourselves, feeling lonely, feeling like nobody wants to be around us. But honestly, nobody can do that for you. You have to get up and pull yourself up and out and socialize. And I promise you, try it today. This is your action item for today. Try it and see if you feel better, because I know that you will.
Right, yeah, it is. It's something that, you think about and you go,
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that. But then when you do it, it turns out to be fun.
Right. So you're guilty of this a lot. You're like, I don't want to go anywhere. And then we go somewhere and you're like, we should get out more often. Yes, we should.
Yeah, okay. So go ahead and blame the man, as you
I have
always
to
do.
criticize you at least once an episode. They expect it. You start focusing on all the negative things, and then what happens? More and more things are negative, and it just snowballs.
Right.
And so
you become this huge crap magnet.
Yeah, that's it. And so if you can stop yourself and get focused on positive things, you will attract positive people into your life. You will interact with other positive people, and it will help uplift you. And then when you are having a bad day, you can reach out and say, hey, I'm having a bad day. You want to grab a coffee? You want to have lunch? You want to whatever? And you have that resource, that person that you know when you get around them, you're just going to feel better, because that's how they are. We all know people like that.
Right.
We have a client right now who we talk about that. She's going through kind of a stressful, difficult situation, and she's so positive and upbeat. Every time we talk to her, whatever we're talking about, she's
Right.
making jokes and laughing and being upbeat about it. And it just makes the whole thing more pleasant. I think it's more pleasant for her. It's more pleasant for us. You know, not that you can't feel bad, but you just don't want that to be your 24/7.
You have to basically decide, what are you about? What are you about as a person? And when you decide, I mean, how many of you know people that just seem to attract people into their world? They're just attractive people, you know, and they have a lot of friends and they have a lot of really deep, satisfying relationships. Well, part of the reason is because they're interesting to be with, right? You know, if you're like sitting in your house going, "Oh, that son of a bitch," I mean, that's no fun. That's no fun.
Nobody wants to come join your friend's reruns ice cream party.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, your pity party.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
unattractive.
It is.
Don't be that person.
Yeah.
Be the person that you would want to hang out with.
Right.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.